Would you believe it's been 3 years since I did the last one of these, and I was ill. I've just watched the old video from 3 years ago, and I was ill, and I'm going to carry on with this one, and I'm ill today. It just goes to show. So today we're going through the Shoninki, and we're starting on page 82. So learning from a waterfowl. So let's go through it. Here are some hints about what are deemed positive places for a shinobi to hide, no matter which side of the war that they are on. Also, take into account the fact that no matter how busy your mind is beneath the surface, you must always appear graceful and calm to all, just as waterfowl do on a calm lake. Hold on. There are those who uphold the true way of the shinobi, and they should stay on the path of perseverance, which makes them righteous, even though others around them disrespect the ways. Thus can they not be described as saints or the enlightened? Right, this is one of those key things for shinobi that nobody ever really works on. And I've seen so many people talk warrior this, warrior that, and everything. And when everything's fine and happy, everyone's brilliant at being a samurai and following Bushido and having perseverance. But the minute it starts going bad, I see in nearly everybody, it crumbles away. So that's one of the big problems. So the poem is, the waters in Jingnang are even bluer than that of heaven, where I found a gull appearing to be as quiet as me. Basically, reflect quietness, stillness. One of the other things they talk about this is like being a duck. So you're paddling away under the water, but it seems very serene as you're going like, but you're working like mad underneath. So this countenance should be perfectly calm, no problem. But inside you got to be working it around. So there are likely to be shinobi in places such as lurking in the vicinity of a castle. Okay, so what you've got to do there is, the thing with Isui Sensei is his sentences are so simple, but there's so much behind each one. Like, now you've got to go and work out all the castle places, where they are, what they're doing, you know, that type of thing. By the wall of a quay, so basically where the boats come in and out, just check they're around there normally. By a stone wall or in a rough spot. So basically you've got some open areas where there might be sort of like animals have grazed and everything. Well, where if it's rough, you think that's where I'd hide. Somebody might be in there. Be aware that they may take flight if they're startled by the noise you make. Sorry, I missed a sentence. You should be aware if there are any waterfowl or animals to be found in the area. Be aware that they may take flight. So what you've got here is we have waterfowl and different birds and animals, and if something goes into their area, in the rough area, it'll fly away. Same as if it's you being a shinobi or you're looking for shinobi. Like a wisp of smoke in the sky. If I'm not going to give you the Japanese because it gets starting to complicate. If one of the scouts is hiding, birds will often avoid him. Take flight and blanket the sky, covering the starlight just to shun him. Basically, the birds will avoid at all costs hidden agents. A shinobi must always be careful about these things. It is for you to investigate a way to hide properly using your own best judgment. So the idea is, Isui Sensei often does this. Shoninki is at the end of the Book of Samurai series. So the Book of Samurai series taught you all these basics. So here he's saying, like, start using your brain. To cross water with ease, make a square with 4 bamboo sticks and at each corner lash together, and then fasten a calabash on each corner as buoyancy. So basically we know that the mini raft with basically jars for buoyancy. Furthermore, in some cases, a tub can be used successfully as a flotation device to get across water in times of need. So yep, you just literally get in a tub and off you go. When you hide within the water, allow only your face to surface, and do this within the shadows of the trees. So you're underneath the trees and you're coming up like that, and just keep the shadows and look about, then move down and keep going away like that, while drawing reeds around you. Yep. Furthermore, it is said those who are good at diving carry a bamboo cylinder or the scabbard of a sword with a hole in the end. This is so you can breathe through from time to time while diving, taking breaths periodically as you're close to the surface. So this is the idea. When we see these, a lot of people who do this ninja stuff, they try and move through the water like that. It's just a snorkel, guys. And one of the things that everybody says is, oh, the katana's too long. They've tested this in Japan. The katana saya is too long and you can't breathe. It's too long. The snorkels can only be so long. He just literally said you put a hole in it. He didn't say you put a hole at the end. The hole could be right here. So it really makes sense to me. So if the scabbard's too high, you put a hole here and you breathe. Or you put a hole in the top and a hole there. And then the other one is, he actually says whenever you sneak up on someone, use a wakizashi. So actually it's not even a katana saya according to Nato Ryu. So that shows to me that they really did do it. because you wouldn't notice that. I wouldn't have known that Katana Saya was too long for a scabbard, for a snorkel, if I had not learnt about that, and learnt about this and had a look into things. To cross over moats around a castle, you should utilise the corners and use them accordingly. Not many people know the answer to this question, but I've got it in another Natori Ryu manual. It talks about putting a rope on this side and a rope on that side. So that's your corner. You put a rope across, and then you can. So there's your moat, the corner of a moat. Yeah, if you look at a moat, you can't get across. You can't throw a rope or anything. If you go to the corner, you can put a rope there and a stake, and a rope there and a stake, and then you've got a rope that touches the corner of the castle, which means you can crawl up there, jump on the castle, and go up. So that's in another Natori scroll. When you climb up a stone wall, you should jab spikes into the masonry. So we know we jab spikes. Proper ninja, this one, isn't it? To create foothold and handhold, and use such thing as Kogai hairpins in sequence with Kagi Nawa grappling iron. So basically, you put the hairpins in and you grapple up. You stand on the hairpin and you grapple up and you pull yourself up, so that you can get hold of them to aid your climb. So that's pretty good, isn't it, guys? That's quite good. Okay, well, that was part 16. So we are going to go through the whole book, guys. I just moved, then this, it wasn't doing so well, this series and everything, so I just left it. But I thought, let's go back to it, simply because I've got a lot of things to do, and that's a good one. I know the Shoninki inside out, so that's quite good. Right, guys, get yourself a copy, follow along, get yourself a copy of How to Be a Modern Samurai. By the way, How to Be a Modern Samurai on Audible, doing really good at the minute. I'm really happy with that, and it's done well, so do give it a listen if you've got an Audible account. I'm trying to get a lot more of my books on Audible, so there we have it. All right, guys, see you later.